All right, hello, welcome to Heal and Ascend Tarot. So today is going to be I was going to say general love reading, but today is going to be a Twin Flames reading. So let's take a look and see what's going on with the collective, okay? This may or may not resonate though, so it might not be your story, so just keep that in mind. If you guys are interested in booking a personalized reading with me, all of my information is down below. I offer extended and emergency readings, okay? So let's take a look. So we're going to start off with the Divine Masculine. All right. So Spirit, what is going on with the Divine Masculine at this time? What's going on with the Divine Masculine at this time? Interesting. Okay. Yeah, see? Okay. So we have family, we have free will, commitment, and received. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have separation here. Okay. Interesting. All right, so what's on the Divine Masculine's mind right now? What's going on with them? They are thinking a lot here about stability, about something more committed, about grounding themselves. Some of them are thinking about having a family, okay? Or just wanting sort of like more of a committed life, all right? And I feel like this is all something that they're actually, like this is their free will. So it's not something that they're feeling almost forced into. It's like their free will is their mind is wanting to direct them towards something more committed, something more family oriented, okay? Some of the Divine Masculines could be getting a lot of signs as well at this point in time. Let's see. So let's take a look. So what are the Divine Masculine's thoughts right now towards the feminine? The Empress. Yeah, for some of you guys, I think your Divine Masculine definitely sees you as mother material, or sees you as someone that they want to have kids with, okay? Like someone that they want to build a family with. Like the Empress is obviously the Divine Feminine card, so it's a beautiful card to have out right away. However, it's also too a card of pregnancy, birth, okay, new beginnings. So some of them actually are thinking about that as well. Okay, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse, Four of Pentacles. How's the Divine Masculine feeling about the Divine Feminine? The Four of Cups in reverse. Why is the Empress coming through? Four of Swords. So we have the Four of Swords and we have the separation card. So some of you guys might be in separation with your Divine Masculine. Some of you might be with your Divine Masculine though. So take it how it resonates. Okay. And bottom of the deck, overall energy, we have, ooh, yikes. We have the Seven of Swords, okay? All right, so there's kind of this sneaky energy right now with the Divine Masculine. There's like an air of sneakiness, I guess. Seven of Swords, there's something that they're hiding, or they could think that the Divine Feminine is hiding something. We'll take a look and see how the Divine Masculine is seeing the Divine Feminine in a moment. But definitely, we have the Empress coming through here. Okay, so like I said, this person sees you as mother material, or they just see you as someone who's very extremely nurturing, someone they could have a family with, okay? I think they are doing a lot of thinking regarding that. But your Divine Masculine could be holding back from making an offer towards you right now, because I'm still getting that there's some work needed on self-love. We have the Ace of Cups in reverse. So this is always a card to me where someone still needs to work on themselves, still needs to love themselves. So if that's the case, that could be preventing the masculine from making an offer towards the feminine. Because I'm even seeing here, Four of Coins with the Eight of Cups. This is, and it's falling out under commitment, okay? So I still think there is this stubbornness related to commitment. And we do have the Eight of Cups with the Four of Pentacles, okay? So I feel like the Divine Masculine could still be keeping his distance or walking away from this, and just, I'm still getting like a kind of a stubborn energy here in relation to commitment, okay? Now, the signs that the masculine has been getting have been related to a missed opportunity. So it's like the divine is trying to show the masculine that because of this stubborn energy, or because of the lack of self-love, that he or she is missing out on an opportunity here with the feminine. And with the Ten of Wands in reverse, this is starting to weigh on the masculine. It's starting to take a heavy toll, okay? However, for those of you who are resonating with this, your Divine Masculine is still in a very sneaky energy. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Why is the Seven of Swords here? The Tower. This is all coming down though. For those of you who are aware that your Divine Masculine could still be in sort of like caught up in a lot of karmic cycles and caught up in drama almost, okay? Some of you guys could be dealing with masculines who just get caught up in drama. This is all gonna come crashing down. Their tower moment is coming here, and I feel like there's gonna be this realization of their deceptive ways or their sneakiness here. It's like, it's going to hit them. The tower comes in as a means to change, as a means to wake us up to things that aren't working in our lives anymore. So this is going to shift them. This is going to cause a huge tower, okay? Let's see, how's the Divine Masculine seeing the Divine Feminine at this point in time? How is the Divine Masculine seeing the Divine Feminine at this point in time? Death in reverse. So for some of you guys, your Divine Masculine is seeing you as still not being able to move on, okay? Death in reverse. So they might be thinking that you're struggling to move on from this, or that you haven't moved on, or that you're still holding on to this. Some of them are seeing you as maybe having some jealousy issues or being kind of jealous of something here, okay? So it doesn't matter if you aren't, like, this is not how you feel, it doesn't matter. This is how they're perceiving you, okay? So they just see you as this. So this is the impression that they get from you, that they feel like you have not moved on, or that you're struggling to move on, and that maybe you're jealous of something here, or there's some jealousy issues coming up, okay? That's how they're viewing you, all right? Let's see, what are their messages? Spirit, what are the Divine messages? Divine Masculine's messages for the Divine Feminine. Let's see. I've been learning a lot about spirituality. I'm trying to trust in divine timing. No one makes me feel the way you do. I'm battling my addictions, and I don't want this to be over with us. Okay, so the Divine Masculines at this point in time, they have learned a lot, or they are learning a lot about spirituality, and they are just trying to trust that, like, when the time is right for this connection, that they'll be able to come into this connection, and they don't want it to be over with you. However, they're still dealing with this addictive energy, with battling addiction. So the addiction is going to be different for every single one of you, okay? So let's see, let me just clarify. I'm battling my addictions, clarify this. For some of you guys, it could be drugs, it could be alcohol, it could be people, could be food, could be anything, okay? Could be shopping, the 10 of Cups. Yeah, so it's like really, okay, this is an interesting thing, because the 10 of Cups is obviously a card of complete fulfillment. So what the masculine is dealing with, it's like they know that they could have this complete fulfillment with the feminine, 10 of Cups, having this stable life essentially, and being fulfilled on all levels. However, they're still stuck in this devil energy, or this addictive energy. But I do feel like the tower is going to come down on sneakiness or deceptive behavior, okay? 7 of Swords in the tower. This will come down on the masculine. I'm just not sure. For some of you guys, the tower has already hit. For some of you guys, it's coming, okay? But it's like interesting, because they know that they could have this 10 of Cups, yet they're choosing their addictions, addictive patterns, okay? All right, so let's take a look at the feminine. Let's see. All right. So Spirit, what is going on with the Divine Feminines at this time? What's going on with the Divine Feminines? What's going on with the Divine Feminines at this time? Okay, balancing the scales, divine timing, cycles, and recognition, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have numbing, okay? Interesting. All right, so we have divine timing kind of twice here, because we did have that card with the masculine's messages related to divine timing. So I think the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine are realizing that this is a situation that's going to happen on divine timing, okay? The feminines are trying to come into balance within themselves or within the connection, but there are still some cycles that need to play out here, okay? I feel like the feminines are in this full recognition of the connection, okay? So for those of you who are watching, you're at this stage on your journey where you are fully recognizing who your twin flame is, you're understanding the connection, you're having this recognition. All right, but there's a bit of numbing going on, okay? So for some of you guys, you could be feeling your emotions very intensely right now, and it might be a bit too much. So some of you guys might be trying to numb yourself out, or just not go too deep into your emotions right now, okay? I will say, if that's the case, be careful with that, because if you numb, it's not like your emotions just disappear, right? They actually just go deeper into your body, and it can cause illness. It can cause depression. It can cause all of those things. So be careful about numbing for those divine feminines who are doing that. Okay, so let's take a look and see. Let's see here. What are the divine feminine's thoughts regarding the divine masculine at this time, Spirit? What are you guys thinking? Ace of Wands reversed. The Five of Pentacles. The Eight of Cups. And the Magician. Okay, why is the Ace of Wands reversed? Two of Pentacles. Five of Coins with the Hierophant. Eight of Cups. Six of Swords reversed. There's that cycle. Look at this. This is so funny. Cycles. Eight of Cups, Six of Swords reversed. So Eight of Cups, I walk away, I come back. I walk away, I come back. So there's a cycle here that divine feminines are dealing with where, and especially with this energy here, Ace of Wands in reverse, this is like on and off. I always say the Ace of Wands reverse is like an on and off connection. So I feel like the divine feminines are in the cycle where it's like, they walk away from masculine, but then they come back. Or like that's an energy that I'm getting here. And I feel like, let's take a look at the divine timing, Five of Pentacles. Some of you guys are feeling disappointed by the timing of this connection. A lot of you with the Five of Pentacles are feeling out in the cold, feeling abandoned by the divine masculine in relation to commitment, okay? So for those of you who are really wanting commitment with the divine masculine, you are feeling out in the cold or feeling abandoned by the masculine here, okay? Ace of Wands reversed with the Two of Coins. So this is about balance, right? So under balancing the scales, we have the Two of Coins, which is a card of trying to find balance. So I'm seeing here that some of you guys are still dealing with the after effects of like an off and on type of thing with the masculine, and you're trying to stabilize yourself or find that balance essentially, okay? So you are in full recognition of the connection, and some of you guys are trying to create this or make this happen with the Magician here, but you might be holding back, or you feel like the divine masculine is holding back from making some sort of an offer, okay? All right, let's see. How are you guys seeing the masculine? Your side is actually pretty straightforward, like your reading is pretty clear. So let's see. How is the divine feminine seeing the divine masculine? So the moon in reverse. So you guys are seeing the divine masculine as possibly going through like a depression, okay? Or even a dark night of the soul. Or this is how you're perceiving them. So again, this doesn't mean that this is what the divine masculine is going through, but this is how you're perceiving the divine masculine. Is you think your divine masculine is going through a depression, or you think that they're going through some sort of a dark night of the soul, okay? Why is the moon in reverse? The Chariot in reverse. So you think that they're depressed over the lack of movement here, or you feel like you're feeling like your divine masculine is holding back, but you also feel like they're going through depression, or they're depressed over this, or that they're going through a dark night of the soul, okay? That's your interpretation of the divine masculine. Let me just clarify the cycles here. Clarify cycles. Yep, look at this. Two of Cups, Three of Swords, Judgment. Look at, okay, how clear is that? You come together, you break up, you reconcile. You come together, you break up, you reconcile. Like, this is what I'm getting. Like, it's kind of this energy where you go towards your masculine, and then you walk away, and then you go towards your masculine, and you walk away. And I feel like this is like a heartbreaking cycle, guys. Okay? So, you know, it's so important to break the cycle. So I'm just going to say this because I do have two courses. I have a self-love course, which is key, fundamental. You know, you have to love yourself above all for anything, across the board. You want to be you want to be financially abundant. You want to have love. All those things, like self-love is at the core of all of those things. But then I also have a course on the twin flame connection to give you an understanding of why you're going through what you're going through, because it's not supposed to be an endless cycle of pain. And I think a lot of twins get into that cycle where they just keep walking into heartbreak almost. And it's not necessarily their fault. It's actually not their fault. It's just they're not understanding the connection and why it's there and how to navigate the connection. So the courses that I offer you, the Twin Flame course tells you that and how to navigate it, essentially, why your twin is running, what's the point of the journey. But then the self-love course is actually your work, okay? Like, it's one thing to know the twin flame journey, it's another thing to do your work, and that's what that course teaches you, the self-love course. So I will put the links down below. But this is the cycle, guys. You know, you come together, something happens, you get heartbroken, and then you reconcile, and you do it all over again, okay? So that I'm getting here, there's a cycle here for the Divine Feminines that they need to break out of this, because that could also be mirroring the addictive pattern that the masculine has towards whatever it is that they're addicted to, okay? So let's get some messages from the Divine Feminine to the Divine Masculine. What does the Divine Feminine want the Divine Masculine to know at this time, Spirit? I can picture a life with you. You mean the world to me. I want to come back home to you. You're where I belong. I let my fears and doubts get the best of me. Okay, so the Divine Feminines are still feeling this desire to be with the Masculines, to have this future with the Masculines. With the you mean the world to me, just be careful, Feminines, to not make this person, to not make your Divine Masculine more important than yourself. Big key on prioritization, prioritizing yourself first, really key. I do teach that in the courses as well, so keep that in mind. But I do feel that the Feminine is still wanting to, there's still that desire from the Feminine to return back to home, essentially, with the Divine Masculine. And I'm also seeing here that the Divine Feminine in the past could have allowed her doubts and fears to get the best of her in relation to the connection, okay? So for the Divine Feminines who are watching, because that's usually who's watching these readings, I mean, I'm sure there are a few Divine Masculines, but usually it's Divine Feminines. I'm going to see what the advice is for you guys at this time, okay? So let's see. What is your advice? What does Spirit want you to know at this time for where you're at on your journey? And if this does resonate, guys, definitely comment down below, okay? Let's see. We have message in a bottle. Some of you guys are going to be hearing from your Divine Masculines, okay? So some of you might be getting a message from them, or a phone call from them, or hearing from them. You might even run into this person, okay? Some of you guys. Not all, but some of you. Message here. Let's see what we have. Yeah, you can expect someone to favor you with positive news. This could be in the form of a letter, phone call, or email. See, I was just saying. You are the intended receiver of this message, so stay open to what you learn. Only good will come in the end. The signs are all there, okay? Yeah, it says expect a call, a new opportunity, or a message. So for those of you guys who are resonating with this reading right now, this is kind of an energy where you might be walking into a situation where you are going to be getting some communication. For some of you guys, you might already be in communication with your twin flame. If you are, then I feel like there could still be more communication. But for those of you, you might be hearing from the Divine Masculine because of this card coming through, okay? So that is the guidance right now for you. I would say here that it's important to use your discernment, okay? I will say this, like, I think a lot of people, like if their Divine Masculine reaches out to them or talks to them, they kind of jump at it, right? You don't have to jump at it, okay? Keep in mind the nature of the connection and what the connection really is there, and what are you learning from the experience. So every time you are in contact or you're dealing with your Divine Masculine, ask yourself, what am I learning? What is this trying to show me? Don't get too caught up in the words or what the Divine Masculine is saying, because it's actually irrelevant, okay? So that's what I have for you. So I do hope that this reading was helpful. If you wanted to book a personal reading, all of my information is down below. All right, guys, I am sending you absolute love and light, and I wish you all of the best on your journeys. Take care.